Buffalo Wild Wings, don't forget, after the lights go off here tonight, join us at Buffalo Wild Wings immediately after the fight for our after party, where we'll be having our knockout of the night, submission of the night, and fight of the night awards ceremony. But right now we're going to keep this rolling along, bring out the next contestant for our sixth bout of the evening. He's joining us from Davenport, Iowa, Raphael Bazaldua.
My name is Raphael Bazaldua. My training for this fight has been pretty good. I train with Team Evolution, by the way. My prediction for this fight is, well, I don't really know what's going to happen. You never know. We'll find out. To my opponent, I like to say just good luck. To my fans, I like to thank everybody, my team, my girlfriend, my daughter, and everybody else. Thank you.
Turning, feel the house burning, nigga now you learning, nigga my gun go off,
Raphael Bazaldua goes to the cage, once again back with Team Evolution. Spencer Fisher took a little bit of time off, now he's back, focused.
Yeah, it's been a year since Raphael Bazaldua fought in the cage. He's back, he trains with Spencer Fisher like you mentioned. And he does this for the love of the sport.
You know, having personally trained with him, every practice he goes in 100%, doesn't quit, very helpful, just what you would want in a training partner. So he puts in his work and it shows in his fights.
And from over here, he's very well-rounded, a strong guy. He's been out of the cage for a year. We'll see how that affected. Some people go longer, come back, and it's like nothing. We'll see tonight. It's going to be tested with Dan Hostens, who is actually with the Galesburg Police. He's a Galesburg police officer. Another guy who does it for the love of the sport.
And that's what's great about that. When you're in it for the sport, you really appreciate the game, you appreciate your opponent, you appreciate every aspect of it, and you really work your hardest to show that MMA is here, MMA needs to stay, and it's great to see fights like that.
Well, let's see what Raphael has to show in store for us as he makes his way to the cage with the black trunks with the Mexican emblem, Mexican flag emblem on the side.
And joining us from Galesburg, Illinois, and Hostens.
My name is Dan Hostens. Training for this fight's been great. Got a great team to train with, and probably in the best shape of my life. My prediction for this fight is round 1, 2, 3. My hand's going to be raised at the end. To my opponent, I'd like to say, hope you've been training hard. Ready to go out there and put on a good show for the crowd. To my fans, I'd like to say thanks for supporting me. Thanks to my family, my team at Blue Line, Central Illinois Combat Club, my sponsor, Galesburg Guns. Thanks everybody for coming out and supporting me.
Hometown fighter Dan Hostens makes his way to the cage.
He brought some fans with him. This is a guy who coaches and trains.
Right, and being a coach, being a police officer, you're going to have the drive, you're going to have the mental clarity of being a fighter. So as very little can scare you, I would imagine, if you're a police officer.
Definitely, and he trains hard. He does it for the love, like we said earlier, and being in the force for 14 years, I'm sure he's encountered certain situations where he needs to be aggressive, he needs to be show his force, and that's a great transition for anybody, whether they're in the armed forces or a police officer. It's something great to have in their arsenal.
That's right. Yeah, he's been around, he's seen things, and fighting, I imagine, would be just something he does on the side, something that he loves to do, and tonight I imagine that this fight's going to be very good, very calculated. Maybe not the rock'em sock'em fight that we've seen earlier tonight, but it's MMA, anything's possible.
Yeah, we'll see what these guys have in store. We got the coach, the trainer, the police officer, in the black trunks fighting out of the blue corner. Now to Jason Vargas.
The final bout on our preliminary card is scheduled for 3 rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 155.5 pounds. He trains for Team Evolution and is sponsored by Max Muscle Sports Nutrition. Fighting out of Davenport, Iowa, Raphael Bazaldua. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 154 pounds. He trains in Blue Line Fighting Systems and is sponsored by Galesburg Guns. Joining us from Galesburg, Illinois, Hostens!
These guys are fighting at 155 pounds. Mike Smith in the center of the ring starts it off.
For 155 pounds, both fighters have a lot of muscle on them. And, that's always a danger when you're a lightweight with a lot of muscle, a lot of power behind it, and the quickness.
Nice kick there by Raphael.
Goes for the up kick. Very calculating.
Connects.
Gets in the clinch. Bazaldua doing very good at throwing the kicks early. Lands a punch.
And Raphael just watches.
Very quick.
Then goes to the ground. Easily. But they're back up.
Both fighters not being young bucks, having some age on them. This is very calculated. Like I said, they're not going to go out and just rock 'em, sock 'em, robot. Lands a punch again.
Is hurt. Raphael is all over him.
All over him.
Puts a knee to the belly.
Gets
mounts him. Mounts Dan.
Heavy on him. Gets
slows down.
Gets his composure. Gets his breath back. A sign of a fighter who's been doing this for a while.
Exactly. Listening to the coach, he's being told to slow down. He does exactly that.
It's so hard to hear your corner when you've got a lot of it. You've got a lot of fans, a lot of noise, but did a great job there.
And he's on top. He knows he's got plenty of time.
Gets heavy on him. Really gets his full weight on him. Looking for an open shot, not just
great
throwing caution
position
to the wind.
He's moving him up to the cage. Throws a couple punches. 1, 2, 3.
Lands 4, 5, 6 rights.
He's connecting with those.
Hostens really looking.
He's got an elbow to Dan's face.
Hostens holding on, needs to buck his hips, try to get him off, but can't get him up.
And Rafa postures up. He lands
huge shots.
3 great punches. 1, and that's
Gets
it.
a knockout.
Mike Smith says that's enough. Great job by Raphael Bazaldua. Great sportsmanship there. Helps Dan get up.
Great sportsmanship. Raphael was all over him from the beginning of the fight till the end, and that's really what it's about. He was calm, collective, and waited to pick his shots and landed 80% of those shots that he threw.
Nice win.
Very nice win for him.
He picked his shots. He took it easy. He slowed down when he needed to, and he got the win.
And he threw hard shots. Great fight.
Has stopped this contest at 1 minute 52 seconds into the first round, declaring no winner by TKO, Raphael Bazaldua. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude our preliminary card for this evening. Go ahead and give those fighters a round of applause. How about that preliminary card? I can sell an event that that is the main card. We're going to go ahead and take a quick 10-minute intermission, go ahead and regroup, and when we come back, don't forget, we've got 6 title fights, all of them going to be awarded right here. Come on back in 10 minutes.